James Charles is getting ready to release his brand, and he's taking some interesting measures to promote it, including doing an ad with JoJo Siwa that's actually getting some backlash. It's a mess, so let's get into it. James Charles announced his brand back in April, and ever since then, it's been kinda quiet. He hasn't been posting much to his brand's Instagram, and I think a lot of people kinda forgot about it. He said that he was going to be doing a summer launch, and seeing that we're almost in July now, it kind of seems like he's a little bit late. Most summer launches dropped at the end of May or the beginning of June, but I guess James just isn't ready yet. James did this whole emergency with his makeup brand video a few weeks ago, and now that I really think about it, I think the whole thing was a fake issue for views.
There's a huge emergency with my new makeup brand Painted, so come with me to the lab today to hopefully get it fixed. I recently received my final sample of my first product that are about to launch, but when I tried them out, there was a huge problem. My paints were cracking, and I went through more than 20 rounds of samples and formulas to get my paints absolutely perfect and ready to go, and they were approved and signed off on months ago. So why was the sample that I just received not the same as the approved formula? We literally had to reformulate this color 4 times. I honestly did not think it was going to be approved today, but at the last minute, the chemist made one ingredient change, and by some miracle, it was finally good to go.
I highly doubt this far into the process of his line, he'd actually be having these issues where he needs to go back and reformulate. I would think his product would be sitting in a warehouse somewhere, bottled, labeled, and ready to go. I definitely think it's fake, and it looks like it worked for him. James is now working on doing ads for his brand, and he's planning on getting his friends involved in them. He said that he wants to recreate viral moments from his friend's career and use them to promote his brand, starting off with JoJo Siwa.
Come behind the scenes of a Painted commercial with JoJo Siwa and a very iconic special guest. I was so excited to film today. JoJo's a great friend of mine, but also I grew up watching Dance Moms and I've always been a fan of her. So the fact that she's now supporting my new makeup brand means the absolute world to me. Now for the commercial today, I really wanted to recreate the makeup look that JoJo is most famous for. So I used my crepe paints to fill and blend in this giant rainbow ombre star, perfect for Pride Month on her entire face. Now how this commercial came to be. I thought of this idea a couple of weeks ago because memes are obviously a very large part of my career that I will always be grateful for. And I thought it'd be really fun and pretty iconic too, to invite over some of my friends that have also had viral memes or moments in pop culture that we could recreate for Painted commercials. JoJo's only the first one. I have a couple of other people lined up, so definitely let me know who you guys want to see or what moments you want recreated. Obviously with JoJo, we're doing a Dance Mom scene. She actually had the original tutu and hairpiece from all those years ago, which was so cool to see. Here's us filming and then running upstairs to meet our special guest, Abby Lee Miller. Oh my God, you guys, it wouldn't be a Dance Mom scene without Abby herself. We got her to deliver her line. It was so much fun. I loved it. Make sure you check out the final results. Happy Pride.
And if you guys were fans of Dance Moms growing up, then you probably know what viral Dance Moms moment they're recreating.
Gia, do you know the order of the solos?
JoJo! Have you learned nothing?
Okay, JoJo, we're almost done with the makeup look. Let's just sit
You
still for
said
1
that
second.
so many
I
times.
know, makeup takes time, you know, the look is coming out so good. Oh, please stop moving.
I can do it myself.
No, it's
Want me to do
okay.
it myself?
It's okay.
This
Stop moving.
chair of yours is the most uncomfortable. I'll just stand up and do it.
Are you kidding me? I can't do this anymore. I need to call for backup. JoJo's acting up again. I need help.
JoJo, have you learned nothing?
And people were living for the ad in the comments, writing, "This is the best ad I have ever seen. Your marketing team deserves a raise." I do think the ad was good, but what would have made it even better would be if James had done the actual makeup look that she was wearing around her eye during that scene. I know that he probably just wanted to do her iconic star that she's known for, but I think this would have tied things together so much better. A lot of people have been wondering when this brand is going to be launching because so far there's been no indication or hint at a date. Someone asked him under this video and wrote, "Change coming soon to this week, please." And James responded, "It's not this week, but it's soon." So I guess we're maybe looking at like a July or August launch because James is still shooting campaigns for the launch. He posted something about his brand on Instagram the other day, writing, "Filmed something special today," and it showed the Painted logo in the background. I wonder if maybe he's planning on dropping the reveal video on his Friday upload day and launching the week after. He's been sharing videos of different creators doing promo videos for him and testing out his makeup for a campaign. I think he's going to try and show people how they can use his paints for all different types of applications, because right now, a lot of people are still confused. When you think of Painted and see all the promos that James has been doing with face paint, you might think the product isn't really for you if you're not into the artistry side of makeup. I think James really needs to put his focus on showing people how they can use these in their everyday life, because I can see it being intimidating and people skipping this launch. Next, let's talk about the collab video that James did with JoJo Siwa for his YouTube channel. They did a video together where they switch credit cards for the day and go buy whatever they want.
I have JoJo's credit card.
What if I lose it?
Don't. We will have each other's credit cards and we will have a full day of spending whatever we want. Whatever activities, whatever food, whatever items we want to buy, whether luxury or things from Target. We're swiping on the other person's card and we will have no idea what each other is buying until we meet back up later on today.
I will say the video was very entertaining, but people are pointing out the differences in how James took the challenge versus JoJo. The first thing JoJo did with James's card was head out to a cafe and buy everyone in line their order. The first thing James did was go to Louis Vuitton and buy decor for his home. This theme carried on throughout the entire video. James bought expensive Lego sets, he went to Sephora, and he also bought this extremely expensive bike. He did end up buying a fan an Apple Watch for her birthday, which was really nice to see. JoJo ended up buying shoes from Foot Locker, she did indoor skydiving, got lunch at Air One, and bought James a gift. Someone in the comments added the totals up, and apparently JoJo only spent $1,236, whereas James spent $3,268. Definitely a huge difference, and people in the comments are calling it out, writing, "I love how the first thing those two do is James goes to Louis Vuitton and JoJo pays for everybody's coffee in line. I honestly would feel awful spending someone's money on expensive things. But I guess they're rich, it doesn't matter. I love how she spent money on other people, shows how humble JoJo is. JoJo was so humble with James's money. James, on the other hand, James had way more fun with this than JoJo did. The bike is definitely what put James over the edge with this challenge, but at the end of the day, I'm sure it's a write-off for them."
That's a write-off.
That's a write-off?
Yeah.
Do you even know what a write-off is?
Yeah. It's when you buy something for your business and the government pays you back for it.
Oh, and who pays for it?
Nobody. You write it off.
Who writes it off?
I don't know. The write-off people.
But it sounds like a lot of people aren't actually happy with JoJo for collabing with James. People have been expressing how disappointed they are in her for doing this video with him, writing, "JoJo, I love you girl, but why him out of all people? Very disappointed. Oh no, JoJo, I really liked you. This is so unfortunate." Extremely disappointed to see JoJo hanging out with him. Other people felt like the challenge was also in poor taste too, writing, "Rich people flaunting how rich they are. So rich you're bored of spending your own money, so you spend each other's. That's so cool. How do we live in a world where rich people can do this and I work like 50 hours a week and still can't afford to live in basic comfort?" I can definitely see why the video doesn't sit right with people, and I will say, I was surprised that JoJo collabed with James. I feel like JoJo is super successful and mainstream, so it's kind of surprising that she'd want to be associated with James. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.